Hello friends, welcome to this lecture on cloud computing, and in this lecture we'll study what are the different cloud characteristics which one needs to look for. So in the previous lecture we had a glimpse of those five characteristics, but let's see in detail all these five characteristics. So what are those five characteristics which one needs to look for in case of cloud computing? So remember friends, in next couple of sections we'll study all these five characteristics: on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and measure service one by one and in detail with all the examples, right? But before we deep dive into all these characteristics one by one, so one thing which we need to understand or before moving further, right, that all these characteristics we need to look when, let's say, we are a customer or an enterprise. If we have to choose the cloud computing in any case of any model, let's say any service provider like Amazon, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud Platform, so we need to look for these five characteristics. Whether, let's say, if I'm going to choose AWS, whether I'll be getting on-demand self-service, is there a broad network access, rapid elasticity, or a measured service, right? So in that case, I should choose that service provider which can give me maximum capabilities. So in that case, I have a checklist as an organization, as a cloud customer, that okay, this is the things which I should look for as a baseline while choosing a cloud service provider. Similarly, in the case of if you are an vendor or a cloud service provider, you need to look for that, okay, whether I am providing all these services like on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, and measure service to my customers. So in that case, if I am providing all these services to customers or to the enterprises, I'll be able to get a huge amount of customers in the, and byproduct is the money which I'll automatically be getting if the customers are having a trust in the cloud provider. So by you can say that by cloud computing provider doesn't mean just supplementing those IT resources. It actually means, providing a strategy or core information technology to the users or to the enterprises. So these are the five essential characteristics, you can say, which are provided by the NIST, which as an cloud customer or an organization you need to look for in case of CSP, or if you are in a CSP you need to look that okay, these are the characteristics which I should provide to my customers to have, to earn money and to have a good trust within the customers. Now since this is the model or the essential characteristics we need to look for in case of both the CSPs and the in case of customer sides. And just remember guys, so this is a kind of a win-win situation like we discussed in the previous lecture. So just let's take a different point of view from the, let's say, from the developer point of view, right? So cloud computing in this case, for developers, it allows you to flexibly deliver integrated content and various applications, and you know in that case you can get applications and services to the any device, anywhere, anytime, and you are getting a seamless scalable model, and you are only paying for the resources which you will be using. Let's say if you are using only for the infrastructure for the two applications, so you'll be able to get that. There are a number of tools available in case of different vendors, which with the help of which you can have a really good integrated environment, right? And let's say from a IT standpoint of view, cloud computing allows organizations really to free themselves from having procuring the hardware in advance. Let's say when the spike will come, or when that particular business will come, they can use the hardware. So it is like they need not to procure the hardware in advance from a traditional IT point of view. They, whenever, let's say, a business is coming, they can quickly go onto the cloud infra and they can deploy their infrastructure. Now, the similar in case of business point of view, so cloud computing enables providers to serve business almost of all sizes, from a multinational organization to a small scale organization, right? So if you'll talk about today, from an organization to, from NASA to Netflix, they are using the cloud services, and they are running their business very happily. So this is it, my dear friends, a pretty short lecture before we dig deep into each of the characteristics. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you very much.